Over 160 people have now been killed in Maharashtra because of the devastating floods. Saurabh Gupta joins me from the worst affected district in Maharashtra, which is Sangli, where lakhs of people have been evacuated. Let's just look, Saurabh, at that special report.
Four days since the flood situation in Sangli, and this is still the condition of roads leading to Sangli city. In front of me, what you see is the Krishna river. The bridge that has been constructed over the Krishna river is completely submerged in water, and water is flowing over the bridge, which is why there is no traffic that's being allowed to use these roads for safety reasons. And in several houses in these areas, 4 days since the flood arrived, water is yet to recede from people's homes and the roads that connect Sangli. All major roads to Sangli closed to traffic. Submerged homes, submerged bridges and swirling floodwaters in areas surrounding Sangli city. Bhilewadi, one of the worst affected areas, had about 10 feet of water.
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड आपको दिख रहा होगा, वही कल सुबह हमने मगरमच्छ देखा था।
ठीक है।
खेत में से आया था वो मगरमच्छ। यहाँ पे बहुत मगरमच्छ हर रोज देखे जाते हैं। अच्छा। तो उसी का डर रहता है।
कल से पानी थोड़ा थोड़ा उतर रहा है, लेकिन 60 फीट तक वो भिलवड़ी पातळी थी। अच्छा। अब ब्रिज पर 10 फुट तक पानी है।
Cattle and livestock have been moved to safer areas. 32,000 animals have been moved to animal shelters. Residents of these areas are still living in relief camps and are now beginning to clean their homes. Nearly 2 lakh people in Sangli are living in relief camps as over 100 villages are submerged. Guardian Minister for Sangli, Jayant Patil, Minister Vishwajit Kadam and Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar had to take a boat to reach these areas. They spoke to villagers and visited a relief camp.
The rainfall is increasing. I spoke to the district authorities and the evacuation process started immediately, much before we reached to the peak. So almost all the population was evacuated in time and the flood followed little later.
On the other side of the river, these frightening visuals of a crocodile on the streets in Uncle Cope village. Not just villages in and around Sangli, but also the city itself has seen massive flooding in sudden torrential rains in the catchment areas of the Krishna river. Even the Sangli prison has been flooded and several areas of the city are still inundated, including the main market areas. Floodwaters have finally started receding in Sangli district and Sangli city, but authorities say it will take at least 24 hours more for floodwaters to recede completely. For the residents of Sangli, it's been 4 days of hell. But in the midst of all these bad news, there's one silver lining. The district hasn't reported a single death due to floods yet. With camera person Rajendra Dhayalkar in Sangli city, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Saurabh joins me now live from those relief camps. Saurabh, those visuals absolutely unprecedented. Sangli seems to be really turned into an entire town into a river there. What is it like for people there who now have to pick up their lives and are currently in relief camps?
Well, you know, Sonia, we've been visiting most of these villages that are completely inundated, and we visited one village called Sangalwari, which is on the outskirts of Sangli, which is cut off from where I am, Sangli city. If I have to go there again, it will take me 4 hours because we'll have to go back all the way upstream and then cross the river because anything downstream is completely flooded. But here at this relief camp, you can see people from that village also who are here. They've been kept here. They've been, the arrangements have been made for their food and living. And then, of course, they've also been given accommodation here till, of course, the flood waters recede. I'll try and get one of them very quickly to tell us, आप यहाँ पे कितने दिन से है और घर का आपका क्या स्थिति है?
हम यहाँ से 4 दिन से हैं और हमारे घर में पानी आया था। जैसे ही पानी बढ़ने लगा तो हम कहाँ जाए, हमको प्रश्न पड़ गया, तो हम इधर आए। हाँ, इधर
यहाँ पे सब ठीक ठाक है?
हाँ सर।
और घर में कितना पानी है?
घर में तकरीबन बहुत पानी है अभी।
कितना? तभी सीलिंग तक?
अभी एक 5 फुट तक पानी है अभी।
So 5 feet of water in their homes, that's what the situation is. at least till the time the water recedes, they'll be here, they'll be looked after. But the bigger worry is, of course, compensation, rebuilding, all of that, because everyone seems to have suffered in this flood, with almost everything they possess being washed away.